Hello and welcome to the 29th National Conference of All India Bank Employees Association 2023. The three-day event brought together more than 3,000 delegates across the banking fraternity under one roof to discuss how secure and sustainable banking can protect the hard-earned savings of the common man with the slogan, People's Money for People's Welfare. In this episode, we bring you an exclusive event highlight. Day 1 kick-started with the launch of Towards Transforming Banks as Public Utility Services book, written by Dr. Rangalal Bandyopadhyay and published by Dr. Balchandra Kango, Chairman of People's Publishing House. Next up, a panel of experts shared their take on the book and decoded the evolution in the Indian banking sector.
We're extremely happy to be associated with this function of the release of the publication of this very important book. It's really a wonderful book, and particularly Dr. Bandyopadhyay is known to us in the All India Bank Employees Associations since the period of our great leader, Comrade Prabhakar. Content of the book is very important, that in Indian context and scenario, private banks are there. That's not an issue. But public sector banks have to be strengthened and further expanded in country's interest, in people's interest. This book will be very, very handy for us to take to the people at large the issues involved, that banks are public utility institutions. And that's very, very important for the people to know. And that way it's very, very timely, very appropriate. I'm extremely thankful to PPH for the efforts taken to publish this book, and with this, I'm very, very happy to be associated with this program.
There's a very important question that Professor Bandyopadhyay raises very early in the book, and it's a recurring theme throughout this book. So he poses this question: what is the role of banks? And I think he's very clear about the answer. He thinks that banks are in this game not just for profit maximization, but they also have a social role to perform. So I think this in some ways is the central theme of this book. And then he traces the evolution of banks consequent to bank nationalization. And as he correctly points out, the first 10 years or so, the experience was very good.